with this person, it's like everybody. Like
everybody.
You
You talk to everybody. Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
I would have to be like, Nick, bitch, what?
Right.
Wait
right.
a minute. It's like, 'cause
Y'all need to put her in the ambulance.
because to be fair, before I think anybody in my group, before we talk to somebody, we'll be like, okay, group. As a cohesive, do y'all know this motherfucker? They'll be like, oh no. Most of the time it's no, and then they'll be like, oh, but this person will be like, yeah, he tried to talk to me.
I
he tried to talk to me.
can't run.
Yeah,
Get her out of
he
here.
tried to
Get her
talk
out
to
of
me.
here.
I'm
She gotta
like,
go. I should not have to run through my personal life through you. Man, you got to go.
Hell no. First of all, you outside too
I
hard.
will
for me.
say, me and my closest circle of fellas, we do that. Anytime we talk to a woman or about to take a woman serious, a picture is going in that group chat because we're not going in each other's backyard. That's just the code. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And we need
Y'all
to know
done
at
been
what
in the
level.
backyard if y'all about to get serious. Most of the time, y'all done been.
But it's not gonna be intentional because we're gonna make sure that we go through those steps to make sure there's no disrespect. If I respect you as my brother, as my man, we ain't trying to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Because it can suck. It happens at times. You know, without doing the check-in.
Now that we're back, let me just say, I've had that situation, but backwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I like to talk to women. I'm not from here. I'm local. I'm not native. So I don't know how motherfuckers know each other. You understand? So I walk in green as a motherfucker a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, so if y'all have had anything going on, I'm oblivious. You know what I'm saying? All I ask is, don't let me be the last person in the room. You know,
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
that mutual level of respect.
right, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't walk me in the room and have me shaking the hand of a nigga that you know y'all had some dealings with. And then you ain't say nothing to me, and it's got to be said to me by somebody else.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I was saying what I was saying about telling my, hey, listen, sis, you my sis, my loyalty lie with you, not him.
But see, that's where the navigation, because even to what you said of I tell my homegirl, like I said, I've seen women in some of the most, like I said, I've been dealing with this shit forever, since I was a child.
They'll change on you too, though.
And that's what I'm saying.
They will.
I done told you, oh yeah, me and him had something 10 years ago. We ain't got nothing going on. In your mind, because the women overthink. That's natural.
No,
women
your
overthink.
homie.
So now, no matter what, you think I still want that man, or you think that he still want me. And now, because I said something, it is now a problem when if I wouldn't have said nothing, it wouldn't have been a problem.
That's why I don't say nothing.
That's what
Unless you my very best friend.
I will say,
Yeah.
on the flip side, if you my man and we about to go into a room, I will tell my man, because I will want you to put me up on game for that woman. And like I say, the difference is sometimes with your homegirl, that's saving a friendship by me not saying nothing. And with a man, I don't want to because don't put me in no situation where no girl, because I know how women are. A girl will come to you and do all that extra shit in your man
I
face,
think because
knowing
I want to know
what's going on.
But you know what's funny is that I hear y'all talking about how dope it is the way y'all have relationship with men. Like, I have more friends with women than I have with men when I have with women, because women are not in competition. Men are not in competition.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so y'all
not
don't.
true.
Women,
I don't think so, though. I don't think it's
No.
that.
But
I mean,
that's a double-edged sword too.
Yeah, it really is.
Because
sometimes be y'all very best friend that be.
And then
Trying to
sometimes,
backstab a nigga.
Yeah,
and some men
It's
don't
unfortunate.
understand. They still want to push, even though I say I want a friend. They will still trying to.
But that's
push
the
that
point. That's the
spectrum.
point I'm trying to get
But
to.
there are some guys who will just want, because I've had a guy say, "Bri, if I can't have you as my girl, just be my friend."
But here's the thing, and I think we do this a lot. Like, we play this exception game. When we find the exception to the rule, we act like that's the norm, and it's not. Most niggas want to fuck.
Yes.
Most bitches want something from you.
100%.
Most.
100%.
And when you find,
Well, we want something because y'all want to fuck.
Right, so if you find two people, right, so if you find
prostitute.
So if you find two people,
What? Wait, what?
so we do this sampling error where we do this thing where we like, yo, I know a guy, I know a girl, we all know somebody, but most of us are not here because people are, like, most of us are here because people is fucking. Like, I don't know nobody else who got here from the friend zone. Motherfuckers was fucking on purpose.
Right.
And wasn't nothing but the balls hanging out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be fucking 100.
Christ.
So all this, y'all, like, and I know women like to play this game where y'all like to play the exception rule because you don't want to be accountable to the rules.
Right.
The rules of the game apply to everybody.
Now me and you about to go
Everybody like everybody saw. Wait. Everybody has watched the game of basketball, football, whatever sport you're in, and you watched a foul not get called.
Right.
You watched a play that, oh man, there was too many people on the field and nobody called it. Right. And but that's not how the game gets played. You found a play and you got away with it. Okay. Sure, but that's not how the rest of the game gets played.
Okay. Now what you're about to say.
Go ahead.
She just said something.
Go ahead.
We're all playing a game. When you step outside, you're playing a game because everybody's playing. Everybody wants something. You just got to find out who wants what and what is compatible with what you want. Because guess what? He might just want sex. You want love. This person right here want money. Everybody's coming out here for something. Somebody just wants somebody to talk to. Yeah. Somebody just wants somebody to use.
Yeah.
A nigga just need a bitch to lay over. You are in competition with so much stuff, so everybody's here to be used. You're not here to be misused.
That's it. There we go. That's it.
No man, because for guys,
that's what
like
so
I say,
many of us.
Of course, all these guys will want to fuck you. I'm pretty sure, but the way I carry myself, you're not gonna approach me like you approach some freak hoe on the street. You're not gonna approach me like.
But that doesn't belie the issue.
And no, it's not.
If the good guy and the bad guy still want the same thing, it's just who they intend to be in order to get that.
So nobody, and it's no different than a woman who wants your money and a woman who wants your love. She wants something from you, but either way, it's what you decide. It's what every individual person decides to make offer to that person.
Right.
Because if you just want me for sex and I'm not giving it, then it's no point of you being.
But you're saying my point like in a different way, right? Like. Okay. Everybody wants something. The good guy and the bad guy wants the same thing. The good girl and the bad girl wants the same thing. Protection, provision. It is just your intentions behind what you're extracting.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're running around here and you're just finessing people, finessing is a really pretty way to say con artist.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty way to say that. And we don't like to call, we don't like the ugly words.
Right.
We don't mind doing the ugly things, but we don't like the ugly words. It's like white people with the term racist.
People want to do and rated R shit, but then they want it to be
PG-13.
PG, this is PG. No,
you really outside. You
come on now.
Yeah.
Give me the rated R.
Because why? Because
I think that's where the self-control comes into play too.
And self-awareness.
You have to have self-control. You have to figure out why you're doing what you're doing, when you're doing it. Because if you don't, then what are you like? Okay, so for instance, the ones that are a little, my homegirls that are a little out there, right? I'll be like, okay,
that's really see that's what they did.
It was beautiful.
See that? You see what?
Let her finish.
You know what I'm saying?
Let her finish.
Okay.
That's one of the things we don't even have to say anything.
You're right. Please continue, ma'am. I apologize.
Those are the ones I'll be like, oh, okay, sis. You don't think that's much? And I try to get their viewpoint. I try to get where their thought process is. Right.
Facts.
And then when I talk to them, I'll be like, okay, well, let's really talk about it. And then they'll go into some deeper shit than that.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able, and then they get in fucking counseling for free.
Right.
I don't like that too much. But I'd rather help you than not help you. Because at this point, this nigga gonna tell his friends and his friends gonna try you. Ain't shit changed. The game is staying the same. Like, you just gotta learn it. And that's why I tell my homegirls, like, bruh, come on. Like, you're better than this. You're beautiful. Like, I speak life into my homegirls.
I do hair. I do this all day.
If nobody's speaking,
you're a therapist too.
You gotta speak life into your friends and to the people that you come across, because if you don't, then what? I have clients. I'm like, okay, well, let's really talk about it. Why the fuck are you doing this?
Now I'm about to put y'all on game.
But I'm gonna say some people believe in a lie.
That's true.
Some people like to lie. A lot of people. Matter of fact, a lot.
Look, I want to live a lie. Just be a good liar.
A lot of people
just lie good. What Rihanna said that. Like Rihanna said, you know what I'm saying? I love it when you lie. Yeah.
Because, like I say, I learned that being in middle school. I saw that one girl lost her virginity, and she was I remember she lost to just one particular guy, and her name was through the whole school.
Through the swamp.
And I learned that shit later on. So right now, as we in this big grown age, you don't know that your name is the only thing you got in this world.
Right.
You like that,
man.
So people go through trauma. And I understand that, but I often tell people, like, it's how we make it through. Yeah, we went through a bad thing, but what are we going to do about it? We can't change the past, but we can dictate the future. Yep. We can, and it doesn't. If you were this and you were that and something happened to you, trust me, you are not the only one, and I'm not invalidating what happened to you, but I'm saying that does not have to be the reason. That's right. You have so much to live for. You're so much than what you think that you are.
So here's I got some pushback. I got to get some game. I'm sorry.
Right,
like y'all all just admitted we're all playing the game.
Yes.
It's not trauma when you get dunked on. It's part of the game. Because sometimes in the game the other side scores.
I wonder what.
And y'all don't understand.
I was playing the game.
So y'all was out here playing and then got mad when you got dunked on. No. And dudes do the same thing. Because especially dudes. Dudes think we the only players out here. And I ain't heard nothing but game out here from y'all so far.
When I say trauma, I'm actually, and I didn't want to say it because.
Let's go.
But trigger warning, like mute it or something. I'm talking about the women go through sexual molestation. I'm not saying men don't, because they do. Yeah. I have a lot of men that come to me for that, but a lot of women get sexually molested and they get raped, and that is a problem. And then so here's the thing: you can either be hyposexual, which is I don't want no one to touch me. I don't like. Get away from me. That's not what I'm interested in. Or you can be hyper because you rather say yes than to say no, and it gets taken from you.
Absolutely.
So that is where I come into play, and I'm like, ooh, sis, yes, I went through this too. We could work through.
But so my problem with that is, here's my problem with that is,
but I can say that fear of having my name spread around.
So, but here's my thing, and I've heard women say the same thing you're just saying. My whole thing is, my fear is this: is that we pathologize human reaction and human interaction. And we always find some nexus and some center point that we can find that we don't have to be responsible for our own behaviors. You know what I'm saying? I've been through some things. I'm not going to tell you what those things are. But I also have a level of self-accountability. Yeah, that happened, but I did choose to do this. That was me. That wasn't 14, 20, 30, 30. That was me here now. The things that I did to the people that I harmed, the things that I did to the people who the victims of me. And everybody has victims of you. Right. And you don't have a place in your heart to own that you're somebody else's oppressor. You're somebody else's villain. So you did something to somebody and they remember you for it. And you don't have a place to go, I was fucked up. What we do is we try to find that if you can't find it in your life, we'll go back to slavery. That's how far we'll go back to find a way to not have to be responsible for the person we were to the person who will never forget us or forgive us for who we were to them.
So here's the thing:
Go ahead.
you can either be going through sexual molestation, or you could just be bipolar. Bipolar disorder. A lot of people do not understand that hypersexuality comes.
It did it.
Yeah, because he walked out.
That's why I went for.
Yeah. Twisted thing.
Twisted.
Twisted. Turn it.
Pop it.
There you go.
No, but keep going. A
lot of people don't understand that bipolar disorder, if you are unmedicated, you go through mania, and when you're manic, you can be hypersexual.
Turn the whole thing, not just the thing. There we go.
There we go.
And then
now do it.
Oh.
No, you keep going. You keep going.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with bipolar disorder, when you're manic, hypersexuality can be a thing. So it might be a mental health disorder. There's a reason why you're fucking anything with legs. But 9 times out of 10, it's either trauma or a mental health disorder, and that's where I am to help you. And a lot of people don't understand, I might need fucking help, because especially the black community. No, sis, no, my brother, come to me, because you might have a deeper issue.
So when are we responsible for our behavior? Because we do that. Wait, because I do not think 99% of human beings are traumatized. Like,
no,
most human beings, you said 9 times out of 10, so
no,
90%.
I said sexual molestation molestation or rape, and then I said a mental health disorder. So
Do you think 90% of human beings have?
I didn't say 90%.
You said 9 times out of 10. That's 90%.
Well, 9 times out of 10.
Why you gotta be so literal? You.
He's literal because he's trying to make his point, and I understand that. But science speaks volumes, and I.
But so you can't wait. You can't switch from figurative language to literal language and then quote science. Because science is not figurative language.
If somebody is hypersexual, there is a reason, a mental reason behind it. It's either an emotional reason or a mental health reason, and that is either you've been sexually. It's not someone that's just like, oh, I just like fucking. No, you either have an addiction. But
here's the thing. That word "if" is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Right? Because if somebody that word's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
And that's why we have mental health assessments, so I can figure out what the fuck is going on. That's why I get paid the big bucks, so I can figure out what's wrong.
So, but you, and I think us as a culture and us as a people, especially in the Western culture, we have one thing that we don't do. You never wonder, what if you're wrong? You know what I'm saying? God. Like, what if?
That's what kept me in line a lot.
Like, what if this person is? What if this person?
Blame myself.
Wait a minute. Back at yourself. Is it me?
Your camera. Can you get it back out?
Oh. No, that's not hers.
That's
I think that's ours.
Oh, it's flipped.
I don't know how that
upside
happened.
down.
Who camera? My
because your thing. Okay, I got it. Don't worry about it. Okay, but please, please go ahead. You go ahead.
As above, so below.
Oh, okay. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people don't really believe in the psychological or the sociological things behind people anyway, like Jive for the most part. Because every time I bring something up, and he's off the mic, so I can say what I want to say. Every time he's off, every time I bring something up, like love language or like something that has to do with how the mind interprets things or works, he's like, no, but da, da, da. Like,
because he want to argue it literally,
right? But I understand that. But let me tell you, anytime somebody sits in my chair, I guarantee you, I literally help them figure out what is going on.
Yeah.
I figure out, I'm like, okay, so 9 out of 10 is more than one session that I have with this person to figure out how to diagnose you or what is really going on. And that's fine, but you have to trust me. And a lot of times, and I just talked to my therapist about this, it's the black males that question my credentials more than fucking anybody. Yeah. And I'm like, my brother, I promise you, if anybody got your back, it's me. I love you so much, and I got in this field.
But that doesn't belie the question: could you be wrong?
Anybody could be wrong.
So then that's the point. So that is the point.
The chances of being wrong would be slimmer.
But here's the thing. We live in a culture that the rest of the world understand is the most overdiagnosed culture on the planet. We find a diagnosis for everything. Everything falls. Even if you're intelligent, you must be autistic. You can't even be intelligent in this culture without having a mental deficiency attached to it, because it does more.
I feel like a lot of people do have undiagnosed mental things in our community.
But
that's what I'm trying to
say. And
even in the other communities, but the fact that they just cover certain things, and they know how to come together, and to do certain things.
To go off of what Jive said, right? I understand, but if I'm wrong about this, 9 times out of 10, the work that we have put in has helped you more than not. And even if you are not bipolar, even if you are not autistic or whatever, you have still gained something to be a better person than what you are today. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense.
So I do substance abuse counseling, and there are some people that come from Gulfstream. They just got caught with some weed in their system. They're not addicted to meth or fentanyl or alcohol like everybody else in the group. But when they finish the group, they're like, yo, honestly, I've learned so much and I've become a better person even though I'm not addicted. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Better understanding.
Can I ask Jive something? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Jive, have you ever been to therapy or counseling of any sort?
Not at all.
Yes.
Really? Thank you, love. Really?
No. But
how long did it last, and did you feel like you got anything from it?
I mean,
okay.
What I've learned and that I've learned are two different things. And once you start, my thing is, you out of here?
Hennessy!
Hen dog, hen dizzle.
Evening.
You know, I love you, man. You got to come back. Yes, sir.
Wait, when is this show, Mark? Can you shout that out?
6 to 9. 6 to 9 at the Meant to Be Mojito Bar.
There you go.
They are going to be doing a dope open mic. Yo, it's fun, man. I walked in there and the second I walked in there, I got pulled to the stage, man. It is fun. The vibrations are just pure.
Well? Jacob's gonna be there.
Jacob's still in Europe. Yeah,
Oh,
Jacob's still
shit.
in Europe. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we in a community that's going up one way or the other. Yes, for real. You know what I'm saying? The cultural, the artistic community is going up. So.
I'm good.
All right,
Yeah,
brother.
man. Drive safe, man. For real. I love you, man. You be safe.
Be safe, brother.
For real. So, what was the question?
Oh, have you ever been to therapy?
Yes, I have. A couple times. Yeah.
How long ago?
A couple times. Like how long did it last? How long did you go each time?
A couple of months.
I'm gonna tell you the reason.
Did
why
you
I think
feel like you got anything from it?
No, I definitely I got some things from it. The ability to be able to speak to people and be heard and that vulnerable space is very valuable. Do I necessarily agree with the assessment or the thing that they're coming to? You know, I've been to school and I've taken some psychology classes and I've had that whole, sociology. I'm a sociological person. So my thing is I'm looking at the material conditions that inform behavior before I go into the mind. Because my thing is, my belief is, if your car works just fine and you keep getting a flat tire, it may not be the car, it may be the terrain you're driving over. And if I keep blaming the driver for the conditions of the road, then I'm going to give the driver a complex. Instead of saying, you may be having a very natural response to the conditions that you're in. So when I watch Black people have the responses to their environments that they're having, I'm just like, maybe that's a very natural response to a very unnatural condition. Okay. When you watch the crabs in the barrel, Lord Jamar said that.
Gotcha.
He said, look, crabs in a bucket, people forget that that's not the crab's natural environment.
Right.
So when you see a crab in a bucket behaving that way, it's not the way they're supposed to be living because they don't live like that in their natural state. So when you watch a Black man behaving like that and you forget to understand the diaspora that is the Black experience, when you watch a Black woman behaving the way she's behaving and you're not understanding the Eurocentricity that presses upon her day in, day out, as she sleeps, when she wakes, when she goes to school, when she goes to get her hair done. Every single moment of our lives has been transcribed to us as us being lesser. What other response do I think you're going to have to your lived experience other than the shit that you're actually thinking? And then if I think anything else, then I think you're responsible for the world writ large that has created your environment for you. I'm making you responsible for the road that you had to drive on.
But listen,
I would say it's the middle of both. I would say because I got a criminal justice degree and I like to learn about law.
Let's go.
I love the law. I love to learn.
That's what's up.
But on the flip side, I was born and raised. Well, I was born, I lived in East Savannah all my life, but I got family damn near all through Savannah in any project, and I know.
Shout out to the high.
So, yeah. So, no, I only went there for 12th grade. I was in private. But what I've seen is it's a lot of what both of them are saying. It's not two things could be true at once.
That's
because
right.
Praise God.
I was I'm going to just say this for lack of a better term. I was like the hood therapist. And it wasn't even there. It was just somebody, because I always gave a straight answer. Like when they say you can't teach common sense, Mama, you can teach common sense. I promise you, I can give you the whole blueprint if you need it. You can teach common sense. But I've had guys come to me and like these who's done some, I got friends who's doing life plus 50 who I talk to often. I got friends in all different ranges. Like being in court, I look at somebody who's sitting on a stand and I got yearbooks of them in elementary school and I'm like, nigga, I remember you here. What happened there? Yeah. And a lot of situations it is where you come from. Because in our community, black guys don't think that they can sexual harass. We don't want to talk about, like, niggas really don't think that sexual harassment is only for white people. And or it's seeing a dead body at 5 years old is not normal. It's not normal, but it's normal for us. Having to have a gun just to walk to the store is not normal, but it's normal for you. Like,
but wouldn't that contribute to mental illness?
No.
But that will turn, and that's why I say
nature versus nurture.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the argument. That's what that is.
It's both.
And that's psychological.
And that's what I ask. I ask that all the time. I ask even my gay friends, nurture versus nature. I ask that shit all the time because it's a combination of both. It creates a mental illness,
right?
And in a lot of cases, but in the same time, I do argue, even with that mental illness, depression is only for the rich. I'm sorry. When you are broken black, you do not have personally, because I'm going to tell you right now. No. I'm going to tell you right now. My mama had a stroke when I was 13 years old driving. I had to wash my mama, go to school, change her diaper, dress her sores. Oh, yes, I was sad, but I had shit that needed to get done.
Yeah,
and then on the flip side, like I said, I learned how to read and find how to navigate, because I know you can either go crazy or I can hold all these feelings in. So I had to learn, take it from there. Like I said, I have 2 kids. Like, I have navigated. My mom's died. I can lay out a whole story to where, damn, like, from beginning to end, your life is traumatized. You want to talk about molestation? We can talk about it.
So here's the thing: a lot of people don't understand what persistent depression is, and that is a thing. A lot of people don't know about it. You'll be like, oh, okay, functioning alcoholism is a thing. Functioning depression is a thing because you have no other option. But that does not mean you're not depressed. That does not mean that you're not anxious. That just means you know how to function well. That means you know how to adapt.
That's my life.
And a lot of us, unfortunately,
they cope. Right. They don't know how to heal from a lot of things.
Exactly.
And find these mechanisms.
A lot of us know how to keep going because that's all we don't have no choice.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that you are not depressed. That does not mean.
But that is in our genes, though. And I feel like
but she's saying we can't afford to be.
You can't afford. It's not saying that you can't, but you can't afford.
Aren't.
Because again, you don't think. Because like I said, when you look at a documentary, I love the 1960s. Every elderly person I talk to, I ask them, I will sit there and listen to any elderly person and listen to every story, because that's where that wisdom come in.
That's right.
They went through worse shit than we went through.
Yeah, man.
And them people still push through, but not to say that everything they did was wrong, but not everything. Not everything they did was right, but not everything they did is wrong. And right now we are riding that line between, because people are hiding behind these triggers. Oh, this is my trigger, so I don't have to fix me. So we're over, and then we're over-diagnosed. So it's a mixture of both, because you have to acknowledge that you have a problem. But you got some people who will use that shit as an escape. That's like that little rape thing. It was a moment in time. I remember every girl was screaming out, "Oh, I've been touched." I've seen girls use that to get sympathy from men.
Yeah,
you know. So I've seen people are going to exploit an excuse.
Right.
So it's that tightrope of life, because you're in that middle. But both of y'all points make valid points.
I think the issue is that I'm on the side where I see people really wanting to take themselves out. Because they don't understand why they doing what they doing. They don't understand why they feel how they feel. And so that's when I'm sitting there and I have to come up with some kind of a safety plan. I have to come up with all these different things as
pull them out.
Please, stay with us. I promise you. I trust in me. And that's why I felt so bad when I'm leaving my job that I'm at now, because I've built such a connection with these people that was like, all right, I'm ready. I'm about to go ahead and call out. And I'm like, wait, first 10-14. Second, come.
I want to be terribly vulnerable with y'all, because I've been a soldier. And I've been overseas twice.
Wow.
And on one of those, maybe one of those, I don't tell them. I tried that.
To take yourself out?
Yeah. So you're not talking to somebody who's just so certain about it.
I think that's
but I've been to the bottom.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wait. But I've been to the bottom, and I know how I got back out of it, and I know it wasn't me, because I did everything to do it wrong. But I also understand the situation that I was put in. It was bigger than me.
Right.
The army is bigger than me. All this stuff. I'm me. I'm just Dot.
Yeah.
Right? And all the pressures are happening on this thing. Right? And then you go to blame the thing for the pressures that have been put on it. Oh, your mind must be this. Your body must be this. No. The pressure is bigger than me. And that tells me I'm okay. I'm fine. You just have to get out of this, and then you can get back to you. But if I think the problem is in me, then no matter where I go, there I am. That's where the problem is. And I refuse to believe for a very second that I'm the problem with what the world did to me. I didn't do this to me. Somebody made this happen to me, and I'm not going to take ownership of what the world is creating. So the minute I start thinking this has to be some psychopathy and everything has to be some mental malaise or whatever, it's making an excuse for myself. I come from a revolutionary people. Everything that is right with the world is right because we made it that way. Every freedom that we have is because we made it that way, because we didn't accept what the world put on us. And if I stop doing that, then I've disobeyed the tenets of what got us here today.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
But everybody's mind, they don't have the mental capacity or strength to naturally pull themselves out of that. You found that, and I found that as well. I got some fucked up ass stories.
Me too.
I have some horrible.
But I think that sometimes,
but everybody don't have the mental capacity that we have found to pull ourselves out of it. So that's why I feel like she's important and you're important and we're all important. This is why we have to talk about it, because everybody just don't have the mental strength to do it for themselves.
Because I was just about to say, I have to agree to disagree.
Hold on, let me do something real quick.
Like,
I mean, I'll keep talking about it.
That's the only thing that I would have to do. I would have to agree to disagree, because at the end of the day, yes, you were able to do that. You were able to, you have your poetry, you have everything that you have to feel to put yourself out of your bad headspace. But not everybody has that.
Do that.
There's some people where literally, like, I feel like I am their safe space and I feel like I'm their safe space and their anchor. Like, and that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous thing.
That's a very dangerous thing. And that's where I have to build you up so you can walk on your own. It's kind of like a toddler.
You know what's crazy is I've been there before too.
Yeah.
Yes,
I feel like that's a human.
I've been there before when in 2023, on February 2023, I lost my grandmother.
Yeah.
Who was a very important person in my life. And then in 2023 of November, I lost my mother. And I found her. And that, still to this day, that touch and that feel of a body being extremely cold when you're seeing somebody that you love is the worst feeling I've ever felt in my life. And in that moment, I was lost. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know how to feel. And I'm the only child. And the two people that raised me is no longer available to talk to. You know what I mean?
My condolences.
Yeah, no facts.
So the therapy, that was the first time I was introduced to therapy.
Yeah.
And then I learned that I should have been introduced to therapy a long time
ago. Facts.
Because being younger and being out in the streets and doing dumb shit and being a part of the dumb shit, sometimes you can't sleep at night. And there ain't a lot of shit you like to talk about, but you should.
And I think that's the thing too with our black males.
Y'all don't want to unpack.
There's a lot of things men do not want to talk about.
Y'all don't want to unpack.
They want to hold it
So
on their
heavy.
own. And then even when a woman tells you a different perspective and how we process it, it's like, nah, that's cap. That ain't, because
That's based on
it's not.
It's
not
only
necessarily.
No, I'm just.
it's only because it's hard to trust it when, if you've been hurt by a woman before. See, we take hurt differently, believe it or not.
Absolutely.
We take it to the core.
Yeah.
So
we
when
do
you-
too, but we just women are trying up and try again. I think
Right.
I think it's how we're built as nurturers.
Exactly.
We built to take a lot of bullshit.
Exactly.
And then men look at a woman and be like, well, look, that was her dumb decision. Look at how she went back and she did this.
Exactly.
It's a trust and it's a hope thing that sometimes women don't lose that.
Right.
Men shut down.
Shut down.
Well, because
Well, to
okay,
be fair-
so I think because like men, we both can take pain and then recover, but men have been like me and him get in a fight,
Yeah.
And we can battle it out. And then after a while, we be cool again.
Be cool again.
Yeah.
But y'all do that with emotions. Y'all can battle out emotions and then come back. Y'all can hear y'all motherfucker. I can hear, like, I've heard women talk about women and just fucking, it just be some of the most horrific shit you could say about a human being. And then they got it off their chest. They're fine. And you can see them at the club next week together.
That's frenemies.
And these
that's frenemies. That shit is real.
But women understand how to cope with emotions because those are the tools you've learned how to use those the longest. If you've been taught that every emotion that you have is wrong, then you don't know how to handle any of them.
But
because that's not what you.
We have that too.
Okay.
Because
go ahead.
What characteristic or what adjective is associated with a black woman?
Angry.
Strong.
Right.
Okay. So again.
She cooked a little bit.
Damn it, she cooked on that one.
My tears don't mean shit. Why you think, like, even when you talk about the medical field, John Hopkins, they did experiments on black women and came to the conclusion that black women could handle pain more than a white woman.
Right.
So we are naturally, like, even when we go into the hospital, we are at risk for our life. Like I said, I was getting an epidural in my back when I had my son 6 years ago, and the anesthesiologist told me, "Oh, wrong spot." And pulled the shit back out.
Ooh, that big long ass needle.
So
a thick ass needle.
I have a cousin who is paralyzed from
Jesus.
but because of this situation. So even as a woman, we got a lot like subjugation. We fucked up too, because like I said,
just
a man don't, especially in a different lane. Our men in our community, they don't think that they can sexually harass. You know how many men will come up on you and just get like, nigga.
But
like, and I have to fight that off, or matter of fact, I can't even fight it off. I have to find a good way to fight it off, because you can get mad at me for rejecting you and want to kill me.
But to be fair, right, the devil's advocate for the guys, for the fellas, men, black men especially, they have no other choice but to be strong for us, because they don't have a safe space.
Yes.
You don't understand how many black men come sit in my chair and be like, well, every time I try to talk to my girl, she tell me to shut the fuck up. She called me a pussy, a bitch ass nigga, or whatever the case is.
Yep.
And we're
horrible.
And we're and so I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of like, okay, so how do you feel? I don't have a safe space. Every time they try to complain, every time they try to decompress, or they try to relay how they feel, they're either being called a beta male, or they're being called
and then
anything.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. The devil's advocate, because Wale said it. We all fiend for what we don't need, because that man who say, "Oh, I get called a bitch," I guarantee you've had a woman who's probably tried to be soft with you, and that softness ain't work for you because you started feeling yourself getting a little emotional. Then you go to that ratchet bitch who gonna tell you to shut your ass up. Versus. No, and the reason why I say that, because I can say I can't be vulnerable to a black man, but guess what I choose? I would choose a hard exterior man, because as a child, I felt like, and this was my life, I always chose the harder guys because love to me was protection. I've had like 3 or 4, like, because in our community, there are a lot of sexual predators. I've been protected by these same niggas. I told this story before on the podcast. It was a child molester that stayed on my corner. Every time I would walk past, he'd come sit on the porch.
Jesus.
And this is before I even knew that he was. Like, no matter what, if I'm going or coming, he comes and sit on the porch. And I end up telling this guy I was dating. We was in like 6th grade. But everybody knew him because he had knocked some shit out quick. Hey, man, this man all right, go ahead and walk. I'm going to stand at the corner. And sure enough, when I walked past, he came outside. That's one situation. I had a situation with a candy man in our neighborhood, son was a child molester. Hey. He used to tell me all the time, you so pretty. Ooh, you so pretty. You a pretty little girl. You so pretty. So I had to go tell my brother. Then when it all came out, they had to handle that. So...
But so wait. Okay, and you definitely told this story before. So here's the thing, and this is something that's really quick that just happened. I think women don't know how to decentralize themselves, because what just happened was men were telling you how they deal with things, and you had to turn it and go, well, I deal with this. It's not about you right now.
Yep.
No.
So wait. So what I'm trying to say?
Everybody, because every woman here sat here and says we agree to that. We agree to that 100%. But we always do this thing where why it has to be either or. Why can't we both just all sit here? Because just like I told my story, you can come out and tell your story. You can come out and tell your story. But we all do this thing where, I said something, so you said something. That's
the difference is the context that it arrives in, right? So what we're talking about was how men don't have safe spaces in order to have their emotions. And that's the context of the conversation. And if a man tells you, this is why I find it hard to have my emotions, and then you immediately turn around and start telling me about how my emotions make you feel, then we're not talking about my emotions anymore.
So this is what it is, right? Remember how I talked about the 4 horsemen, Gottman's 4 horsemen. There's 4 things to ruin a relationship. There's defensiveness, there's criticism, there's contempt, there's stonewalling. Right now, what just happened when I said, oh, okay, men don't have a safe space, and you automatically went to defensiveness. Oh, but women, and I understand it was hard for me to see too, because I would do the same thing. I would find myself in the same situation. Trust me, I get it. But at that point, to save a relationship, to save a person, you have to be like, you know what? I hear you. I understand you. This is what is. Are you saying this? Okay, let's explain. I understand what you're going through. I so sorry you had to go through that. I had to go through this too. You know, it's kind of like I'm validating you, but I'm also letting you know that you're not alone. So it's a difference in how you approach things. And again, it's really hard to see shit because you like, well, nigga, I do this shit on a daily. Like, you know,
I think that's getting misconstrued, because if we're all sitting here telling stories, I'm very vocal, so I tell my story. That doesn't mean I'm shutting down your story, because at that moment you can jump in and say, oh, you know what? Well, I had this happen to me when I was a kid. This is my
And
love.
I think that's what she's saying. You being vulnerable, so you showing them some parts of you.
And then you can show me.
So
but
you
again,
want them to be vulnerable.
And that's exactly how
but that's not how the man is perceiving.
But this is how every war starts between genders, because you automatically think, because you tell your story and I tell my story, oh, you're competing with me.
Right.
No. Because just like I said this,
I get exactly what you're saying.
But that's the importance of communication.
Right.
You have to say things. Communication is so beautiful. I really do believe it's beautiful, because there's so many different ways I could say one thing, right? And we just have to really sit and really think, how can I convey this message for you to receive, to your receptors to receive it how I want it to be received?
And also say, what spirit am I listening to? What am I listening from? Because if I'm
they have to be spiritual.
No. What or whatever, however you want to call it, spirit. The streets call it vibe,
discernment.
Science call it energy. We call the church call it, religion call it spirit. No matter what it is, it's a force that we can't see. If you're listening to be in a competition, then that's all you're gonna hear. But if all of us, if this is a podcast and this is about conversations and we're sharing stories, I share my story, that's an opening for you to share yours. That's an opening for her to share hers. It's not, once I say, oh, you made it about you, Roy. He didn't make it about him. He just told his story.
Well, I want to get back to.
Please.
No, I wanted to get back to the question of, like, how did we get to a place where men don't feel safe enough to, like, talk about what they're going through?
Roy, I know you got this. I know you got this.
Or the fact that y'all keep saying that this is what y'all are dealing with. And me being the woman I am, I always want to get to some kind of understanding.
Solver. That's what you are. You're a problem solver. You like to solve issues and problems. I'm going to tell you.
I want to hear
solutions.
So
what happens is you at one point in your life, you go to a woman that you trust.
Yeah.
Right? And you become this vulnerable guy. You say, this is what's hurting me. This is what happened to me. And then one day, an argument happens. Right?
Here we go.
This is what it is.
I know. And I would love to elaborate afterwards.
This is what happens as a man. And that woman weaponizes what you told her against you. So now you're like, well, damn, okay. Maybe that was a fluke, right? Maybe that was happening because she just wasn't shit. And then you do it again and it happens again. So now you're in a space mentally like, I can't trust these hoes.
So
every woman though, from here
but here's the illusion, right, that he's going through, and I think women do it, and I think men do it.
Yeah.
The problem is, if it's happened to Roy twice, and it's happened to me twice, and it's happened to my other homeboy twice,
right,
and it's happened to my other homeboy twice, and everybody that I know has a uniformed experience with the women, then all of a sudden, we feel like we have empirical data.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. My man's, I've been in these powwows overseas. Men deprived of contact with women. We start talking about our experiences, and I've seen men crying, weapons on their back. We willing to die. We're in a place where
not real shit.
And then, but we're in tears because the women in our lives have robbed us of a safe space, and the only safe space we feel we have is in the middle of a war zone amongst of ourselves, because the women in our lives don't give us a space to have to take these weapons off, this armor off. I got to be hard and ready all the time. And then, not to say that that's every woman,
right?
But maybe a lot of us are guilty of choosing the same type of women, and we don't know how to have that part of the conversation. Just like women don't know how to have that part of the conversation.
Right.
But then in real life, and at that moment, all we hear is, yo, man, because men know how to find the nuance in each other. I'm not exactly like Roy. I'm not exactly like Homeboy. I'm not exactly like Homeboy. But to all y'all niggas is the same.
Right.
And then we end up doing the same thing to y'all. Y'all are all four different individuals. But when we start talking about y'all,
same sex.
There you go. Yeah.
Because we're female, and I think that's where the disconnect comes. I think it's the lack of understanding when it comes to. One, it's already hard. And this is what I realize, what I've seen. And I hear it a lot. Because even if you bring it up, and sometimes in the most respectful way, hey, remember you said XYZ? It's just, I told you that shit, I don't want you to bring it up again. And that's a lot of men's, I feel like, perspective. Don't bring it up again, because it was hard enough for me to tell you in the first place.
Or before you,
but we're not even attacking you. We're just saying,
hey,
that
we see something and it's connecting.
And
it's a pattern.
That's not. It's a time and a place, though. Ladies.
There you go.
It's a time and a place.
There you go.
But at the end of the day, if we're talking about unpacking and we need to sort it out, then let's sort it out.
It's still a time and a place. So imagine if I'm telling you, my mama. Okay, so for instance, I do not tell certain things to my mom, because I know that if we get into it, she's gonna bring it back into my face, right? So I naturally, I'm a professional stonewaller, right? I will shut down. I won't tell you shit. But if I'm talking to you and I'm telling you da 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 da, and we're in an argument, and you say, "Oh well, you know that's why your mama be bringing up shit da da da."
That's not bringing that up in a respectful way.
That is not. But a respectful way is to let if we're in an argument and we are at 1,000 right now, let that shit cool. Give it about an hour. Give it about 30 minutes. Be like, listen, baby, listen. I see what happened, but I really think that this is prior problems. Remember when you told me this? Okay, not bringing it up in no certain type of way, but I'm just saying I kind of
but in a minute.
So what you're saying is the heat of the moment, because you might. So I'm saying, like, you might in that heat of that moment recognize the pattern, blurt it out a little too fast, and you're still in the heat. And so then that, yeah.
But then I felt that's true. But then it's almost again like the woman will be like, "All right, baby, I said it, I'm forgiven." But then the man like, "Nah, you don't. The offense is the offense."
Because if you say something, let's just be honest. If you say, but let's be honest. Yeah. Anybody who says something, if you say something, you can't take them words back. You can say sorry, but that don't negate the fact that you said what you said. So that's why self-control is so important, and that's why I think that's why I have so much, I'm good with relationships, and my relationships work because I teach them, listen, when you're upset, it's okay to be like, I need a timeout.
Yeah, no, I'm big on that.
Because I'm about to say some shit
out
that
of
hurt your
respect,
feelings.
I need to walk away. No,
I'm about to say some shit that really make you cry. Going down the wall, I need to walk away. And that's okay to call a timeout.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But when it calms down, when everything settles, that's when you can communicate. But you need to learn how to properly communicate with your partner. That's why love language and attachment style is so important. You got to know these things. I'm sorry, Jav, I brought it back up.
No, you're cooking. You're doing your thing.
But I want to say this, like what both, you're right, timing is everything. You're right about them saying they don't want to hear it again. We're trying to basically say, because I'm real big on like, no matter what's going on, I try to stay very logical and level-headed. And I'll shut down before I say the wrong thing. Because my mouth in the past has ruined a lot of good things.
Hello, high five.
Me too.
Okay.
So at this big grown age, I'll walk away before I say the wrong thing. But here's the thing. Even if you bring it up ever and say, babe, honestly, remember we were talking about this or earlier, I need a little break. Bringing it up, period, is just...
It's an issue.
It's an issue just bringing it up, even if you're trying to help. And I feel like that's where the real problem is. They're supposed to say it and then you're supposed to forget it. But I'm just telling you, I love you and I see what's going on. And I'm telling you how it's coming together. And I really just want you to get past it or heal
Break
from
the
it.
cycle,
because I
baby.
love
How
you
we
and I'm
gonna
here
break
for
it?
you.
Yeah.
But just bringing it up makes them defensive
And
they don't want to
uncomfortable.
share.
Right.
But they'll bring up certain things to you. And I'm the type of person, when you see something in me, I don't care when you say it, I'm going to stop and be like, damn, you right. Fuck.
Exactly.
You got me. You right.
It's how you approach the situation. You have to approach me correctly. So I'm a very defensive person. If you come to me and you be like, Lex, you didn't da-da-da, I'm going to be like, oh my God, you hate me? I fucked up, da-da-da-da,
But then that'll be a personal thing for every
right,
person.
that's what I wanna, but you have to
learn your person.
But exactly. If you know that I'm like this, if you tell me, Lex, listen, up front, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm coming at you from a place of love. This is what you just did. Can you realize that? Can we unpack it? Can we talk about it? I'm gonna be like, damn, fuck, you right. Let's talk about it. I'll be more, you gotta know the person that you're talking to.
Yeah.
And if your nigga is a hothead, if we are in an argument, that's not the time or place.
It's never the right
I'm
time.
gonna be like, okay, let's calm down. Let me wait till this nigga cool down a little bit.
What the fuck?
And then we gonna. But if you have a humble nigga, if you have a nigga that's just like, he listens, he's understanding, he's emotionally intelligent, then you can bring it up and be like, baby, do you realize this is what you're doing? And then he'll probably be like, oh shit. Let's talk about it. It depends on your nigga. It's very fucking rare.
That's super
Very
rare.
rare.
Okay, on both sides, like what you said, if you tell me I will hold myself accountable.
Yeah.
But when I bring it up, you're gonna get defensive. So me, how I do it, and this is how my mama
I got
did
you.
me.
I'm about to say some shit.
This
I'm
how
about
my
to break
mama.
y'all
No.
I
This
just
how
got
my mama did me. In reality, I didn't like telling my mama shit because my mama was gonna call that shit out there. And even when I got emotional, my mama say, "Control that shit. You don't want to hear the fucking truth, but the truth is the truth. You better sit with that shit." And because we do this thing where we want to try to coddle, but guess what? And it's like a child. I can't tell my son all the time, "Sit down, sit down." I gotta say, "Sit your ass down." And you heard that. Sometimes,
Absolutely.
and like I say,
There's too many parents in here for us to know.
and I say,
Fuck
that
yeah.
you can't teach common sense. I'm telling you, you can teach common sense because you calling it out there. If I see my man doing something like, all right, you saw what you just did, I'm gonna call it out there. Like, you saw what you just did. And even if you start getting rowdy, well, you know what, you can sit with that shit because that's your ass. Now, you the one who told me that, and I'll leave you alone. But we keep, like, we want to say it is communication, but we got to act like you do have to be real.
Adults.
Yeah, like, be real
I'm
with
tired
somebody.
of holding
because
your hand if you keep showing
because
up
guess
like
what?
that.
The world don't, like, we are all living in the world. When you step out your house, nobody gives a fuck about you. You have to assume that. Now, if you are fortunate to meet good people, that's good, but you have to understand, and that's what I tell my kids. My kids are raised with love, but understand, when you walk out this door, I need you to be on point.
I'm stern.
And I'm
love
watching
my
you.
children.
Exactly. I love you to the point I'm
Stern
watching
down.
you. Like I say, my daughter going to Savannah Arts, but when I say, and she's done a week with Judge Stokes because she was shadowing her because she wants to be a lawyer. That's awesome. Everybody who meets her, like, damn, like, both of my kids, like, your kids are amazing, because they level-headed, because I check, like, I'm pointing out what you do wrong. I'm pointing out there. I'm not waiting until it build up, and then now I'm about to
Right. I'm not crucifying you
like
all
once
the
you
time.
tell me something, you tell me, Bria, man, I got a problem eating. I'm like, damn, all right. Now you done been in their kitchen longer than the refrigerator. What you doing?
So here's my thing.
And I use jokes. I ain't gonna lie. Humor helps it too. Humor helps it too.
So here's my thing, right? So when what we don't know is what behavior is attached to a lot of the times we're talking about men. So when he's getting defensive, you don't know what he's defending. He's just getting defensive. What is he defending? What is that? Is there a little boy that he's defending? Is there a past situation that he's defending? Is there something that is behind? Because you defend things that are vulnerable. So there's a wall in front of something I can't let you get to. It's just not, I'm defending you because I have a penis and you have a vagina. It's, there's
Why
something.
don't y'all
There's
just
something.
get to the fucking point?
That's what I'm saying, and that's where they cut me off.
Go ahead.
From the beginning, I think it's just the fact that a man, the men don't want to tell you certain things. I don't want to express this with you.
And y'all say y'all not complicated. Y'all super complicated.
So complicated. They complicated with some of the things that they shouldn't be.
No, we're not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, y'all are. We're telling you you're complicated.
Wait. I really want Miss Cat.
Yes.
I want you to explain that. Explain.
Like complicated meaning like I'll lay things out as we go, like what my issues are, what I'm working on. Men hold, and it's like y'all like an onion. Y'all have so many layers that got to be pulled back, and we never quite understand or know what we're dealing with, instead of just saying, hey, this happened to me and I'm fucked up about it and this is what I'm working through. You got to go through all this, and I'm just like, get to the fucking point.
And for
just
me,
say what the fuck is going on, so I know what I'm dealing with.
Okay, so then I got you why. I get you why.
I see
there's two different
something.
There's two different things.
Say it.
Because there's two different things happening right now, right?
Okay.
Yes.
There's two different ideologies at play. Women live for preservation. Men live through perseverance. So as you're trying to preserve your youth, your beauty, your safety, your mental capacity, all the things that y'all are trying to protect, because all the language you guys talk about is about protecting, being protecting, keeping something about. But men are about, but men are talking about perseverance. Chicks dig scars. That's perseverance. Women like men in a uniform. That's perseverance, because that labor costs. It does something. So I get up in the morning and the first thing I put on is my armor. The last thing I get to take off before I go to sleep is armor, because I don't know who I got to protect myself from. I don't trust anybody to take this armor off in front of, because honestly, the thing that attracted you to me was my armor. So I don't even know if you know how to love me without this thing on.
How are y'all so sure?
How can y'all be so sure?
Okay, go ahead. Wait, one at a time. Who wants to go first?
You don't.
Wait.
LaShawn.
People on the skirt. Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do y'all know that though? This is all I'm trying to say is y'all's mind is made up.
Yep.
The logicality of a man, y'all's mind is already made up of
And
what
we
y'all
gotta
feel.
break through it.
Wait. Let her go.
No, go ahead. And you got
I don't mind that. But what y'all already saying is like, yeah, I know this. This is what a woman needs. This is what a woman. And then when we tell y'all that, it's like, nah, that's cap. Nah, this is what it is. It's because you are used to walking in this identity. You don't want to take that off. And we're telling you it's safe to take it off. That's not what y'all are hearing.
But to what he was saying was,
thank you.
What he was saying was, there were women in our life that told us we could take it off, and we took it off.
But we don't know that because we have to go off what we experience.
So here's the thing. So black
So if we go off of what we experience all the time, then
Y'all don't.
Y'all do.
No.
Niggas ain't shit. That's where that comes from.
And will still fall in love with another man, and will still love somebody like we never been hurt before.
No, because y'all have the unique ability to be able to switch y'all sexuality and blame niggas for it. Like, I don't fuck with niggas no more because niggas ain't shit.
I don't fuck with black women because black women difficult. Get the fuck out of here, man.
But no. I said genders, not race.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing, because, all right, and again, this is not comparing. This is coming to the table, because for whatever I say something, you feel like, oh, we're comparing. We're not comparing. But in the same problem, women deal with it, especially being a black woman.
But
Because
you're
we're
recentering
taught-
black
we're
women.
taught-
We're talking about black men and what black men are going through.
Exactly.
We are talking about the table. We're not.
No, we're
talking-
not. We're not.
taking
You're
a-
saying we're talking about the
Listen,
table, and we're saying we're talking about black men.
And
Yes.
because before we even got there, you keep saying, well, women have this and you can switch to this. What you're doing right now is pointing. You literally just pointed and
what I
saying,
said.
Okay,
women-
wait.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you
they
literally just
mind is
pointed
made
and
up.
saying women say this, and all I did was defend what you said because you just
But
pointed a finger.
what did you just say? You're defending
Okay.
something, so we're recentering you.
No, we're
If
not
I tell you, wait, listen.
Listen, hold up.
Go ahead,
The table is right here. You put something on the table, and I put something else, the same thing on. I did not put myself.
But who told you to put something on the table?
You did because you.
No, I
just said-
didn't. No, I didn't.
Talking about the disconnect.
so
though.
real quick.
Wait. Okay, go.
Women.
Well, I want.
do this.
Okay, wait. I want.
ahead, go
Let's.
ahead.
So real quick. So here's the thing that I'm seeing from both sides. I'm seeing from both sides, right? I'm seeing that number one, men are. Here's how I feel about black men. Black men have to worry about the police. They have to worry about jobs. They have to worry about white men. They have to worry about white women. They have to worry about a lot of shit, right? They have a target on their back constantly. They can't drive down the street, right? They can't drive down the street. If you have a nice car, you're going to get pulled the fuck over. Because what the fuck are you doing over here? Black women, we have the same shit. We have to deal with being underpaid. Even though we're supposed to be paid more, we have to deal with white women disrespecting us at every level, saying that we're not enough because of what they think black men want them more than us. And so here's the thing.
I want to say.
I ain't threatened about no white
Wait a minute. Can I say this?
No, but hold on.
I love what you're saying.
No,
Wait. No, stop.
Right.
You gotta let her finish. Gotta let her finish.
At the end of the day, we could say that we're not worried about white women. That's okay, but it's a thing. We're being asinine to think that that's not a thing. That we every time we see like black men with a white woman, we're like, oh my god, that it plays with your psyche at some point. So at the end of the day, black men are dealing with their own shit. Black women are dealing with their own shit. But at what point are we gonna say, my black brother, my black man, my husband, my love? Talk to me. Just talk to me. I don't gotta say shit. I just want to hear what you have to say. Let me be your safe space. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm going through this too, or da 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 da. I just want to fucking talk to you.
Okay, but listen, how many women here have done that?
not
Wait,
true.
and I want to point. Wait. I want to point this out because as soon as you said that, he just said, "Huh." So again, all you said was just talking. You were saying that we both going through something equally. But right as you were saying this, you have a black man rolling his eyes saying, "Huh." So again, that's proving a point. That is proving a point. Nobody is saying, because I'm pretty sure from the caliber of woman, the energy I'm getting, I'm pretty sure every woman here has gone to a black man, because I've gone to a lot in my community who I've never had sex with. You can be, and guess what? It's shit that has never left me. I've had niggas who literally had beef, and because I knew both of them, and I was like, bro, he really ain't meant that shit that time. And nobody's dead.
But you're not. You're blind. You're getting away from the point.
No. My point is,
okay, go ahead.
Every woman has. I'm not gonna say every woman. There are a good group of women who, you can't say who haven't given you a space. So we're not, and just like there are men who've given women a space. But right now in this room, once a woman says something and a man says something, if we are in a podcast communicating,
Right.
no one's rolling their eyes saying when a man says, I'm going through something. But right now, and what we about to do right now, because we're about to start it again, is, it's about to become a comparison. And all we're doing is sharing. We're putting it on the table. I did not say I am the end all be all. My problems matter.
Right.
No one is saying that.
You don't have to say that in words when you do it in action, right? So if I tell you this is what I'm going through, and the first thing you do is start telling me what you're going through, you're telling me you do not know how to decenter yourself and just talk about me or him. Right? So if he tells you...
Do y'all really...
Wait. Stop. If he tells you in a very poignant moment, very deep, very heavy, yo, when I lost my mother, I didn't know how to do da-da-da-da-da-da. And the first thing you did was to put you back into the center by talking about what happened to you, do you think he felt heard?
Now.
Wait, I'll ask you. Let me ask you. I'm not going to assume. Wait, we don't have to assume because the person is in the room.
Yeah.
Let's ask him. Did you feel
I
heard?
didn't tell my story. I didn't.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Was that how that went? Because I know I said I apologize.
Yeah, and I didn't say anything. I didn't bring up my mother's story. I didn't bring up anything. We listened, did we not?
Right. But to his point, at one point, it went into reference to what you experienced, as I'm saying what I went through. That's what he's saying.
And I think that's where the disconnect comes, because it's almost like, dang, babe, women want to be. Women reflect their men. You understand?
Right,
Sometimes it's just as simple as, damn, I'm realizing that we are alike. It's not that I'm taking from you. I'm just pointing out that we are alike. Damn.
Can I say something? I just recently went through this. This is totally a good thing.
Go ahead. Let's see what happened. That's dope. I like it happen.
All right. So this young man told me about how one of his homeboys unalived himself. Right. Sorry, disclaimer. And I just sat there and I listened. I said nothing. I was like, I am so sorry that you went through that. I cannot, that's tough for me to process, because I knew, and when I think of this young man, all I could think of his smile and his vibrance and how much he could put into the world. And I just let him have that moment. I didn't bring up nothing that happened to me that was similar. Time went on, a scenario came up where I was like, yeah, I had a client who unalived herself. And he was like, well, why didn't you tell me that when I told you about my homeboy? And I was like, because it wasn't about me. It wasn't my time to share that. And he was like, well, that would have made me feel like I was closer to you. You can relate to me. I said, sweetheart, that wasn't the time for me to talk about that. No, it was about you and what you went through, and I gave you the floor. So I still got backlash for literally doing.
That's complicated. That's complicated. Yeah, that's complicated. Okay.
Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. Talk about this section.
Okay, go ahead.
Right now, how we're bringing up, if this is a podcast, the podcast is for sharing. Now, in your personal relationship, if you go and set, like you say, it's a double-edged sword, because it could either go either way. So again, I've gotten a habit in a personal relationship. Right here, if I tell a story and you tell a story, it's not in my mind to think, because I don't think in competition. I don't think in separate. But if that's what you're thinking and that's what you're leading with, then that's what you're always going to find.
You'll always
But in a personal situation, if me and you were talking and you tell me your situation, because I found my mama too. If me and you are in a situation, I will say, do you want me to listen or do you want to respond? I do give that disclosure. But right here, the problem in these podcasts is we're trying to rope relationship and communication in a podcast all in one area. And no, we're talking about in an open field where we can openly talk about our situation. But when you single it out and say, you're centering yourself, now we're causing more of a problem when there isn't a problem. We're sharing. Because just like you share your story, I didn't say nothing about my mother. But now I can.
But I mean, you've talked about your mother.
I never told you that I found my mother. I never told you.
I think that I think the issue is without the validation. If without the validation, validate me and then say your piece. That's the difference when it comes to communication. And a lot of us don't see that. It took me a while to see that when I was learning how to navigate relationships, when I was learning about myself. Validate whoever first. And then say what you got to say.
So I had a relationship with a person, very intelligent person. And whenever she had a problem with me, she didn't care what the fuck I was going through. Like, she didn't ask me about my day. When she had a problem, the first thing we were going to talk about when we got on the phone was that issue.
Damn.
But if I got on the phone and I had an issue, I had to ask her, hey, so what was your day like? I'm feeling her out to make sure I got to be thoughtful and all this other shit. I got to go. And all these women know, say like, yo, I gotta make sure I can't just come in hot.
Struck a nerve with you, didn't it?
Yeah, I can't come in.
I ain't struck a nerve. I reflect. I reflect a lot. Gotcha. And I feel like, I kind of had a similar situation to that. But I'm not going. I don't know.
So it was
it was
so it was like, yo, and I had to ask her. I was like, when when I have a problem with you, you want me to make sure that I know what kind of day you've had. I want to know, I need to know what kind of conversation you've had with your parents. I need to know all the things before I come in. And if the terrain isn't level enough, I just need to wait for another time because you're still processing your day. And I asked her, when you have a problem with me, do you wait for me to have a good day? Are you waiting for me to know when is a good time to talk to me about this? And she was like, no. I don't think about that at all. And I think in these podcast spaces, and I think in these very highly visual places, we all know what the right answer should be. But in reality, and especially when we're talking about in mass, we're not at the place that we are, and I keep saying this over and over again, we're not at the place that we are in this dysfunction because everybody's doing the right thing. No, there's points and moments in time when you haven't heard him or I haven't heard her the way I intend to be listened to. And that's a problem. We don't listen the way we intend to be heard. We intend to be heard for comprehension, but we listen to respond.
Can I say something?
That's the problem that we end up having.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
In her defense.
Which one? There's a lot of hers.
Bria.
Lady named Bria. A lady named Bria. That's right.
This is our first time meeting each other, so I get what she's saying as far as the podcast world.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've had I've had.
Yeah, for sure.
So when you're even with the show, like bringing everybody together for the first time, and having this mix of different personalities and how we express ourselves and talk. It's really hard not to compare sometimes, even if you're not intentionally doing it, because it can come off as me too, but it's not that. It's just, hey, damn, you went through that. Hey, I went through this too, and because we're at a podcast, we're supposed to express those things. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to get that clear.
So my question is, so then I have a question out of all honesty.
Yes.
To the licensed therapist in the room.
Oh shit.
Outside of the podcast performative space, how do we do the thing that you said? How do you validate somebody before connecting? Right? Because she could I've never lost a parent, and please, in God's name, like I just can't. I'm not as strong as you two human beings are. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I am not. I could tell you that shit right now. I've imagined it, and I've almost crashed. Like it's too much.
Gotcha.
The idea is too much.
Yeah, man.
And then I watch you two be able to have this conversation, and your eyes don't even change colors. Like I don't even know how the fuck you human beings do this. Y'all are better than me by yards and kilometers, like for real. So, but how do you, I'm talking back to you, how do you like validate somebody? Because these are very heavy concepts. I've lost an aunt just like she's lost an aunt. You know what I'm saying? And that brought me to tears. I was too much.
Ain't nothing like a mom.
You know what I'm saying? And then and this is what I'm saying. I've lost an aunt and it was too much. And then my mother, who I look like, I see me when I see my mother. I don't know how to imagine that.
I already cried about that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
So my question is, when people like that, these two people, let's like these two people,
air hugs,
like these two human beings, when she hears him, she definitely can connect in ways that nobody else in the room can connect. But how does she, or if it was roles reversed, how does he validate her experience without accidentally centering himself, and then allow her the space to be vulnerable and be heard? Like that's a real question. I plead my ignorance.
So here's the thing: if she is the one that is asking for the, just wanting to vent, wanting to let her emotions out at this point, and he's been through the same thing. Simple. Listen, baby. I'm here for you. If anybody know what you've gone through, it's me. So what? So if you don't know each other yet, and you should be like, listen, I've been through literally the same thing that you've been through. So if anybody can be here for you, if you ever need a shoulder to cry on, if you ever need a listening ear, I am here because I know all too well, unfortunately. It's that it's the empathy with it. Do you see how I can reach you at a whole different level just by saying, listen, I'm here. I know what you're going through, but when you need me, I got you. It's the simple thing of just knowing that somebody is willing to listen and willing to be there and not even putting themselves in it. Like, yeah, we went through the same thing, but I'm not saying, oh girl, yeah, me too. You're not saying that. You're saying I've been there and I hate that shit for you.
Yeah.
But I also we talk about go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We also talk about how people communicate. But we gotta investigate how people listen to
comprehension.
And that's what I was gonna say. I think that if you enter the situation, first of all, with love. I think you enter it with love. You enter it knowing that it's an understanding. You enter it knowing that nobody is perfect. You enter it knowing that there's going to be error. You enter it knowing that you can definitely have miscommunication. People may say things wrong. You enter it knowing that you're willing to forgive, and it ain't just it's just about me. We all going through something. And if we enter in it with that, then you can make that room, that grace. You can have that grace period and that space for them, even if they do say something wrong. You know their intentions are not malice.
Okay, that's beautiful. Wait, I want Miss Cat to say something. I want Miss Cat to say something.
I want to comment on something Jive said.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay.
Oh, I mean, I understand where Sean is coming from. Like, literally, I think you have to see your person for who they are. And I'm sorry about that young lady just calling you and not giving a fuck. That's horrible. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I hear that all too many times from men, just people not understanding to at least ask how you're doing or ask if you're in the mental state to even take on something else.
But she wanted to attack. It's almost like I want to attack you.
It really was just to hurt you, and I'm sorry for that. And then, sis, I want to say I'm sorry about your mom because I feel like we skimped over that and tried to take that away from you. I'm sorry for both of y'all. I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. But I also understand when you are with somebody who cares about you and who loves you, you got to understand, like, I'm here to make sure that you're better and we're better for each other and that we can actually be better together. And I just feel like, I don't know, the whole shutting down sometimes or breaking through these walls. I just hate when y'all say y'all not complicated because it's like, even when a good woman does come in and she's like, I just told you the whole scenario of me telling this young man, hey, it's not about me. I still lost in that situation. And it's just like, and I literally did not make it about me. So I'm always trying to be better. This is why I have nothing to say because I'm trying to listen and apply.
But see, that's where you have to figure out that young man, he had an attachment style and you have to know that attachment style in order to really attach.
Is that fair to her though? To like know 1,000 attachment styles at the same time? I'm sorry.
So here's the thing, right? Whenever I talk to somebody new and I feel like I'm about to be intentional about you, I always send a quiz. Attachmentproject.com. I send that quiz.
Okay. That's the thing?
That's good shit.
And I say, listen, be honest. I really need you to be honest because I really need to know you. When couples come to my counseling session, one of the first things we do is that attachment style project because that lets me know how I can work with you and how I can get your partner to fucking love you the way you need to be loved. All right? So if his attachment style is avoidant, I'm gonna know, okay, I need to approach this in a certain way. If his attachment style is anxious, I know that his mind goes every which way. I need to approach him in a certain way. He's disorganized. I know I need to do this way. It is so important, and I don't think people really understand. That's why when they sit in my chair, I try to explain the importance of attachment because how we attach to our parents, how we attach to our at work, our coworkers, you don't think that's important? It is really fucking important.
And a lot of men don't feel like the past matters.
Oh, it does.
You can't.
For sure.
I will say this, like I do realize, what do you do when you're dealing with someone who is super analytical and only deals with facts when you know in this world there's always a gray area?
Well, a fact is, the world is not fact.
Exactly.
That's
this one here.
So like I'm literally saying something and they're fact checking everything that I'm saying, and I'm like, but I talk to so many people.
Wait. One person talking. I'm gonna let her finish, and then you.
Yeah, because I would love to answer this question. Like this young man, I would be talking, and he would literally like Chat GPT what we're talking about, or look
First of all,
up
that's not where you
Google
get facts from.
about the that
That's where you get
too, or Google what I'm saying, or Google what I'm saying, or the word that I'm using, and I'm just like, but sweetheart, I talk to so many different women, and these are real live scenarios that I'm giving you, and you want to be super factual, and sometimes you can't always go to a computer about what's life. So I'm like, are you neurodivergent or something? Like, I don't know how to deal with that.
If I was your
I'm not going to.
If I was
yeah, he's out of here, but I'm just saying, make sure I ain't tripping.
So, Kat, if I was your counselor and you came to me and you told me what was going on, I would be like, first off, I feel like this young man is either inadequate to talk to you.
Yeah,
he is not up to par at all.
Right.
And he feels inferior to you.
That's what I was
Because if we're communicating and you're chat GPT everything I say, number one,
You
you're
can't
anxious.
even keep up.
You're anxious because you know that you are not up to par and you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So at that point, you are too good for him. And I would have been like,
tossed him back.
Sis, we need to really talk about.
I hate the chat GPT.
Yeah,
shit.
like
That's
That shit is
always
just
like,
shit.
no,
I
man.
hate that shit.
I want to comment on something Jeff said, and it's something don't ever say this to a person who's lost a parent or anybody.
Did I say something wrong?
Don't ever say you stronger than me. And the reason why I say
Okay, go please.
I'm gonna tell you why.
No. Say talk that shit. Go ahead.
Me and him are not stronger than you. We had to be. Losing a mother is like being a part of a club you had no interest in being a part of. Like, nigga, I didn't want to fucking be here. And the only option I got is to lose my mind, because my saving grace was, I've seen a lot of people lose their mom and lose their mind. That's your first attachment.
They say that.
I've seen a lot of people lose
That's
their
what I'm
mind.
saying. Yeah,
and on the
I
other side, I've
understand.
seen people overperform or drive themselves crazy. I mean, well, it's kind of both, either side, too much of anything. So don't ever say, just don't say nothing. Don't ever say, you stronger than me, because I hope this would never, because I don't know what I would do. Nigga, we didn't know what the fuck we was going to do.
And it's inevitable. I think that's a part of the healing and a mindset. Again, that set mindset that we talking about, that sometimes, you know what I mean, have, because if that's one thing that's promised to us, and again, my apologies for that.
No fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that's promised to us. So, you know, as bad as you don't want to, it's no getting around it. So you have to mentally prepare yourself.
I don't think you
that.
never.
You never.
You have to. I don't know. I don't, and I can't say because I haven't lost, but it's just like that mindset of like, damn, this could.
You know what?
One day.
You know what makes it worse is when you lose that person, and then other things domino. Like as far as family treats you different. The people you thought was gonna be there for you are not there for you. The people that loved you because of your mom are not there for you anymore.
And I think that's just an expectation, because nobody loves you like mama.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody.
And like I say, your mama know you.
Yes.
Your family know partials of you, or they know whatever they created or what they put together, because we're all people, and our whole thought process, everybody's framework for their moral, ethical decisions is based on wherever you came from. So however you think, however your construct of your mind is based on whatever you came from. So we are not different. It's just how we had to handle it.
Yeah.
And you're forced
The
to.
cards.
And you see how everybody, you see it when you're by yourself.
Right.
And I would tell anybody, when my mom died, I call it being on autopilot. I am going to work, I'm talking to you, but I don't know shit we talking about. And you do not know it. Like, you feel that connect, because Carlos from 85 South talked
You're
about
almost like you numb, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
You
It
know.
is. Like you literally, that connection, you feel that shit.
Yeah.
Like you just, like me and you, I could have had this whole podcast, and when I left out that door, I ain't know shit was going on.
Yeah.
You could see, you said some real shit, and I'm like, what I said?
Damn.
Mine got bad.
I'm here, but I ain't here at all.
Mine got really bad. I had to take 9 months off work. I was mentally.
You really had to be reborn again.
Oh yeah, it was over. Like I'm talking about mentally, physically, sexually, everything.
Oh my God.
Everything. And then had to go into therapy, and the very first therapy session was just me of just crying.
Letting it out. Finally letting it out.
Floor.
Finally letting it out.
Everything that I went through came up, you know what I mean? Everything that I never discussed, I had a chance to tell my mom I appreciate about her, came out. that shit is rough.
But she heard you. You know
but I
that,
think
right?
I know,
You
but
know
it's
she-
still it's different because you want to be selfish and have that person there physically.
Yeah.
Because again, that motherly love. My mother was sick and on her deathbed,
I know.
still doing shit.
Going
for
through.
me.
I remember I seen you
Yeah.
in the mall, and I'm like, come here, let me
Still
pray
doing
for you.
shit.
Come
I
here.
never really know what
Yeah.
quite to say. So when I see
Yeah.
you smile, I just don't want to.
I mean, but
be
that's,
the reason
to me, that's
why
the
you-
honest thing. That's the honest.
Yeah.
That's the realest thing you could say.
Exactly.
That's the realest thing you could do is just be there. You ain't
Yeah.
gotta say nothing because
Yeah.
going through grief with me, I put everybody out. I needed everybody out, and I listened to every song that was gonna make my mama cry. I mean, make me cry because I knew that I still gotta be a mama.
Yeah.
I still gotta maneuver in the world. So I gotta find some way to put these.
Right.
So for anybody, I just put everybody out. Let me just deal with this because when you going through grief, you watch people feel bad for you. So I end up comforting you in my grief. Like I've been like telling you, it's okay, it's okay, and then like they over there crying. You like,
Telling you, bro.
like nigga, I'm going through this shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I
And
think
people
that,
be hurting for you though, and that's the thing of mine. I hurt for others. It's like, damn.
But
That's
So I think that was one of the one of the hardest things that I have to go through as a therapist. I hate doing grief. One thing I hate it. I hate it because I feel I can help you through your grief because I've been through the grief. I lost my dad. I lost my grandma, who's like my mom, basically. And it's like now I'm sitting here, I'm teary eyed, and I'm swallowing my anxiety. I'm swallowing my emotions because I'm like, God damn, like, you know, now we both about to be in here crying, but I can't do that because
I gotta be.
you know,
Gotta be
I
the
gotta
pillar.
be professional. But at the end of the day, I think we really need to realize the 5 stages of grief. We need to realize that we are going to go through these 5 stages whether we like it or not. And I think once somebody, and I feel like if you lose somebody that close to you, please get in counseling. I promise you, because at this point you need somebody who understands. You need a safe space, and right now your safe space might just be those 4 walls in that building that you are talking to that person. And I've stopped a lot of people from drinking off the ledge. I stopped a lot of people from, you know, checking out and continuing to work. How do we find our new normal? That is the important part. You have to re-navigate your whole life right now.
Right.
Yo, I gotta do something. I'm sorry. It's like 1:50.
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm
we
sorry,
are on
bro.
fire, and I love you guys, and I want us to come back. I
Okay.
think this is the dope. You know, everybody's energy in the room.
Yeah.
We've been able to have some fire. We've been able to come back. We've been able to
absolutely.
tend to this thing, and it's been dope. I
I just want to
appreciate.
point out something with all of us.
Let's go.
You see how when no comparing, how we just laid that out, and it was just a comfortable space where nobody's listening for a comparison or nobody's listening for. It was just.
Yeah. No. I think.
How that went. I love it. She got
But I think what happened was, and I'm gonna close out on this. I think what happened was, the first thing that needs to happen is there has to be trust. And when you have a preconception of mistrust of women as a whole, or as men as a whole,
right.
you become a representative of the mistrust. It doesn't matter how close I let you to me, you're still the representative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you still have the ability of doing blah, 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 blah. So I think we undervalue how much trust goes into creating the space where somebody can have that space and hear you say, I've been through what you've gone through, without feeling like they lost that center. You know what I'm saying? Just listening to you, I learned this. I'm learning this in the moment. So please. You know what I mean? So I think that's what the trust is.
I think we're breaking generation.
There we go. Yes.
With that being said, it's been Clicked the podcast. And it has been a dope episode.
It's been awesome.
Thank you.
Stay clicked up.
Cat Eyes is in the building. Your boy Roy in the building. The illest pit bull in the dirt is in the building. You understand? The resident therapist, Lex y'all, is in the building. A lady named Bria just stepped out, so I'm not going to put her camera on. I'll put her on the seat. She was right there. It's your boy, Jive English.
Yes.
Yo, it's been a pleasure, yo. If you liked anything you heard or you didn't, and you want to talk about it, hit us up in the chat. Like, share, subscribe. You know all the dope. You know, do all the stuff that the dope kids do when they get to stuff like this. And we're gonna be back at you sooner than you think. We out of here like last year. Peace.